Ang Namo Gurudev Namo. Bow our little selves. Really, sort of what it means is bow the little self, let go of the little self, so your bigger self can come and do this class. Okay? Hands together, center your chest. Inhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Gather all your energy in the center of your body. And exhale. Relax. Okay, welcome everybody to Wave Street Studio. And for people out in internet land, we're right here in Monterey on the beach. And this is the last class in the series, the 8-week series of core foundations of Kundalini Laya Yoga. And we'll do a quick review. Tonight we're going to do the bandhas, the locks, and we held off because this is the real triggers for triggering the Kundalini in the center of the body. And do a brief overview of what we did. Remember, the Kundalini is raised by you gather the energy. The Kundalini accumulates in the body by compression, by gathering energy and then compressing it. And then that energy builds up, and then we start moving it to different parts of the body. Well, the bandhas are the mastery of this compression. The bandhas are taking the energy that you build in the beginning of the class. We start building the energy in the navel and the lower chakras where the heat naturally sits, and you gather that up, and it's the bandhas that start to pump it up into the central channel of the spine, up into the higher centers of the brain. So you build the energy, you gather it, you build it, you gather it, then we open the 5 limbs. You get the channels moving down the legs, the arms, up into the neck, into the head. The secondary classes were grounding the energy, and then it has a proper pathway to move through the body because you generate a lot of heat and a lot of energy. So first, those are the preliminaries of raising Kundalini. Then the bandhas, once you understand them, you can apply them to all the different asanas and the different kriyas in Kundalini. And once you understand these basics, there's a lot of advanced meditations and kriyas that you can do in other classes. But with these basics, they'll become 10 times more powerful, and you'll be able to understand how to do all these much, much better. So we're going to get started right away so we can move through it. And this is sort of this last class is another Kundalini bomber class, you know. We're just going to be raising it up, and you'll, you know, get the experience. So, is there anybody? Where's my drum? Where's my drum? Superman the car? Is there anybody who's not done Breath of Fire? Oh, good. Okay. For anybody out there on the net who hasn't done Breath of Fire, it's a rapid inhalation, exhalation, pumping the navel point. We start off imagining in the sphere, because the sphere keeps the energy contained. You want to keep the energy contained. Heat wants to rise and spread out. So part of the way that the prana is captured is to keep it contained and down. That fight between the energy coming up, the ki or chi, and the mind, li, pushing it down. Between those two forces is where you capture the Kundalini Shakti, the prana energy. So concentrate in the belly, and then once we build this energy, then we'll start to move it through the body real quickly. Okay, sitting up straight. Inside your ball, remember your sphere is all around you, also goes into the ground. So right away you start thinking of grounding yourself. This is my energy inside. The beginning practice is to be able to differentiate between the energy that you want and the energy that that we pick up walking around society every day. Right now we're keeping that out. Sit up straight. Rapid inhalation, exhalation.
Through the nose only.
Tuned up nice tonight. So it's very important to concentrate when you're doing this, because the energy is going to build up fast. You're just going to want to dissipate. Keep it down in the belly and inside your sphere. And also the sphere is a mental representation of no thinking. In other words, thinking makes you lose the energy. It's like a carbonated drink. You shake it up, and the energy builds up. And if you take that cap off, that energy is going to dissipate. So your mind starts wandering, you're going to dissipate that energy. So keep it inside the sphere. If your stomach gets tired, you just stop for a few seconds and then relax, and then go right back to it. Keep concentrating. Remember the dragon breath, the breath of fire? Its purpose is to build the willpower. You have any kind of weakness in your willpower to get anything done in your life. The first thing you do is you start working on this navel point. Get in rhythm with the drum. Let yourself get lost in the sound, almost as if the sound of your breath was shakers, maracas. We're all playing this big drum here together, moving this energy. Concentrate. Don't let the mind wander. Big dynamic sphere, and the center of the sphere is your navel point. 1 minute. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath. Close your root lock. So you already know how to do the first bandha. Close the root lock and pull the energy up to your navel. Push the diaphragm down your navel. So you got two forces, one going up, one going down. It meets right behind the belly button. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Inhale more. Hold, concentrate. Let the energy circulate through your body and all around you in the sphere. Inhale more. If the body wants to move or shake, sometimes the energy builds up. This is called secondary kriya. The energy knows what it has to do to move the muscles in the body, and sometimes it'll shake or kind of move real slow, snake-like. Just let it happen, but keep the center in your belly. Relax the shoulders. And exhale. Amazing. Very good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. When you practice that at home, you train yourself to go up to 3 minutes, but you start in 30-second increments. We're doing it 1 minute. So do 1 minute, 1 minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes. We call them kumbhakas, holding the breath. That's part of the bandhas too. You grab your front of your shin. And just to get some movement, some energy going up the spine. As you inhale, you arch the stomach forward. Exhale, it comes back. Shoulders, you imagine you have a bar coming through your shoulders and your hips. They don't move, so you're not going like this. The only thing that moves is in between those two. Also, when you're going forward, you're pulling the root lock, and then you're releasing back. Full, complete breath. Get that breath all the way up in the collarbones. We're going to talk a little bit later about milking the brain or oiling the brain. That means moving the cerebrospinal fluid up into the brain centers. This is the beginning of that. You have to feed this into the brain before you can open up the higher centers. It's kind of like running an engine without oil if you don't do that. And it makes the higher meditative places much more easy to attain. Concentrate, you're still in your sphere. Still the center is your navel. Concentrate. Don't let the mind wander. Keep the energy contained. Inhale. Hold the breath. Pull the root lock up to your navel. Push the diaphragm down. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. Inhale more. Keep the energy contained. Center is the navel. Relax the jaw. Slight smile to the face. That'll help open the jaw bones and the skull bones. Inhale more. Hold. Keep that root lock pulled. Sphincter muscle. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come onto your backs. So remember compression. For anybody out there who's starting this new, that's the basic fundamental exercise in Kundalini in the beginning, is you create the energy, you agitate it, you keep it contained, and then you hold it and you take it to a point in your body. You always start in the navel. Because that's where your vital energies starts from in the first place. So it's very easy to amplify the energy down there in the lower chakras. Okay, I want you to scooch back, get the curve out of the small of your back. So right away we're going to go into the 5 limbs. And bring your knees up to your chest. Wrap your arms around. Now the imagination exercise that you have is you have hollow legs and hollow arms. As you inhale, the breath from the belly goes down the legs and to the very toes, and also from the heart it goes down the arms into the fingertips. And you open up full, complete breath. The legs go to 60 degrees, 60 degrees. And then as you exhale, you imagine grabbing this big ball of energy and pulling it back to you. This is called seed, and then it opens up into the flower. Seed or bindu, bringing your energy all to one little point, and then it explodes open into flowering, and that comes back. You're still in your sphere. So this is also an exercise of learning how to control your magnetic field. You're making it really small, and then you spread it out. You gain control over your energy field. Okay, inhale, legs out, 60 degrees, arm open, full, complete breath. And then exhale back in. Do this at your own pace. Full, complete breath. Make sure your fingers are stretched out, your toes are stretched out. The legs stay together, they don't spread out.
Should the hands be at 60 degrees or just out?
No, the hands are just out as far as you can, and then gather this big ball of energy and pull it back down into your belly. Full, complete breath. Keep that lower back flat. Sakalarim, sakalarim, sakalarim.
60 degrees.
Sakalarim, sakalarim, sakalarim. Hollow legs, hollow arms. Stretch those fingers out. You want to feel that breath going all the way into the tips of the fingers and into the tips of the toes. Spread the toes. Sakalarim, sakalarim, sakalarim. Sakalarim, sakalarim, sakalarim. Full, complete breath. When those legs are out and the arms are open, your lungs should be completely filled. Sakalarim, sakalarim, sakalarim. Sakalarim, sakalarim. You can hold it open as long as you want. Hold the breath there. Do this at any speed you want, but not too fast. Asakaladim, sakaladim, sakaladim. Make sure you're keeping that lower back flat. Asakaladim, sakaladim, sakaladim. Asakaladim, sakaladim, sakaladim. Asakaladim, sakaladim, sakaladim. This is an ancient Kundalini chant. There's just sounds that help release the inner chambers of the body, start moving the energy. Asakaladim, sakaladim, sakaladim. Asakaladim, sakaladim, sakaladim. Concentrate, you're still in your sphere, remember? You're opening your sphere up and then you're bringing it down to a small little point. Asakaladim, sakaladim. Asakaladim, sakaladim, sakaladim. Asakaladim, sakaladim, sakaladim. Guru vai 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 vai guru 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 vai Vai guru, 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 vai guru. Inhale, arms up, legs out, hold.
60 degrees.
60 degrees. Spread the toes, spread the fingers. Inhale more. Exhale, relax, down, flat on the ground. And then find your pulse, or bring the energy back to your point. So you find your pulse by sticking your finger down into your belly button and find that pulse down there. And as you relax, 50% of your awareness is through your entire body, and 50% is on that pulse. So you're feeling the top of your head, your fingertips, your toes. And then there's an image of a stone being dropped in a calm pool. And it sends out concentric circles all through your body. Once you get that pulse, you can take your hands away. And then just relax. Don't let the mind wander. Always remember that, yoga is learning to get to take control of all of the systems of the body. And it's really just a matter of getting in there and feeling things. You did this strenuous thing, and then it goes to relaxation. There's thousands of chemical reactions going on as you go from tensing to relaxing. So the beginning stages of getting conscious control of these things is just go in there and feel all the heat exchanges, all the tingling. Concentrate. But don't lose that pulse. Keep it in a center. The energy knows what it has to do. It'll move to different parts of the body where you're stopped up, where blockages are. But the reason we start with creating a very strong center in your belly is because when you move into greater stages, advanced stages of this pranayama or Kundalini, it can rush on you. It can take off. And so you've already trained yourself to stay centered. You can let it go into Kriya, let the body spasm, do whatever it wants, but you don't get scared, you don't lose it because you've already built this kind of magnetic little dot in your belly. And no matter what's happening to the body, you'll always be able to go back to that. Okay, very slowly come sitting up. Stay inside your sphere, drop your chin to your chest, and I want you to begin to roll the head around the right side and feel as if somebody's standing over you, moving your head for you, as if they were trying to pick you up off the ground with your head. Slow breath. Shoulders remain neutral. You really want to feel that it's like your guardian angel or someone standing over you, picking you up. This keeps the weight of the skull, from coming down on those neck bones. If you can start pushing that energy up. You've got these pumps. The basic one in the bottom of the spine, and then you have a pump at the base of the skull too. Get all that open, moving. Okay, head up to center, and then rotate the other way. So all these first basic exercises, opening, just remember, start in the belly, and then open the limbs. And then there's probably, 10 or 12 different variations for doing that, for opening the legs, opening the arms. Head up to center. And you can learn that in other classes, but again, this is just the basics, feeling the hollowness inside so that you right away begin to feel the flow of the energy moving through you. And then you can find all kinds of interesting ways to do the same thing. But this is just the quickest way to open those channels up. Okay, then we have to open the inner channels. This is very important, the pingala on either side of the Kundalini channel, so that when heat comes up, it has places to move, go through the body. If you have a real strong root lock and you're a strong yogi and you have a strong breath, if you don't open these channels, you can burn some plugs in your head. And we've seen it happen. So I want you to sit in your sphere, take your right thumb, close off your right nostril. Begin a long, deep breath through the left nostril. And again, you have imaginary exercises that keep the energy contained. I want you to imagine you've got a hole in the top of your head and a small pipe that goes down the left side of the spine. As you're inhaling, the breath goes down that tube, down to the base of the spine. And as you exhale, it comes back up to the top of the head. And you're still in your sphere, the spherical breathing, we call it. Gaining we start with the 8th chakra, getting awareness of your sphere around you. So as you're inhaling, the sphere opens up like a balloon, pulling your body apart in all directions. And remember, it's also down below the earth. Full, complete breath. And the remembrance of what prana is. Remembrance of the power in the oxygen molecule. These are all the basic classes. You'll find in all martial arts or yoga, the real secrets are always in the beginning classes. And you can do this stuff for years and decades, and you'll always come back to these basics. So as you're breathing in, you're choosing to take in this fresh prana into your body, this little oxygen molecule that when it first appeared on Earth was poison, had to go through billions of years of evolution and experimentation and ICANN, going through blockages and all kinds of amazing things it had to do to become an oxygen molecule. And to now we're exchanging gases with plants. And all that information and all that keep-upness, to keep going, to get down to this point in evolution, that's all contained. All that energy, all that information, all that ingeniousness is in that tiny little molecule. So real pranayama is the remembrance as you breathe of of all that amazing time it took for that to happen. And that molecule is now interfacing with your blood, changing your resonance, bringing back into your body that feeling of anything is possible. There's no blockages that cannot be moved. That's just the nature of life and the universe. It's the way it's always been. But we forget that sometimes, locked in the limitations of the society we live in. So that's why we do this. Remember. And inhale. Hold the breath. Lower the arm. Relax the shoulders. Close your root lock, but don't pull up. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Slight smile. Inhale more. Feel the energy all around you and through your body. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Close off your left nostril. Same thing, long, deep breath. This time now you've got the hole in the top of your head going down the right side of the spine. The breath comes into the top of the head and goes down to the base of the spine on the inhale. As the exhale comes back up. So the opening of the nadis, there's no big secret to it. It's just that you have to spend time imagining these things. Remember, we talked in the first classes that imagination in Western cultures has some sort of lesser connotation than supposed solid scientific facts. But that was something that was learned, as the Western scientific world developed, that yoga, imagination was a very essential part of yoga, always. So you just spend time imagining breathing down these nadis, and in a few weeks you will feel them open. So it's just a matter of doing it. I think all the things you could be out there doing. How many people are imagining a hole going down their spine and they're breathing up and down there? So you just don't do it. So if you do it, it works. Remember the spherical breathing and taking in this amazing oxygen molecule, feeling all that information coming into your blood, into your nervous system, into your body. And you can also start to feel the movement of your muscles. The diaphragm comes down on the belly goes out, the ribs slightly raise and spread, the spine slightly arches back, the shoulders raise. That's all on the inhale, and then it all collapses. So within this big round ball, you've got this bag of bones, and the bones are like pulling apart on this breath. The balloon is pulling everything apart, and then it all collapses. You've got a lot of things to concentrate on. There's no reason for the mind to begin wandering. There's a lot of stuff to do here. And always remember to what pranayama is. That's almost like your homework, is to go home and think about evolution. Think about how long it took for us to get here and what had to happen. And the appreciation of that is what gives you a relationship with the prana. It's like appreciation with any living thing. With you have a relationship with a human being. If you ignore them, they're not going to respond. If you have an appreciation, then there's a resonance and there's a response. It's like that with anything in this universe. That's how you come into living relationship with the elements, elementals. In this yoga, we just call it prana. And inhale. Hold the breath, lower the arm, relax the shoulders, sit up straight, slight smile, inhale more, stay in your sphere. Let the body move or shake or that whole image of the snake in Kundalini represents that that's the way the body moves when it fills with energy. If you watch a snake, every part of it moves at once. That's what it's trying to say, that image. Inhale more. All those oxygen molecules now interfacing with all your blood. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, keep your energy contained, but go ahead and move your legs if you need to, because we're going to sit a little while longer. Those are the preliminaries. That's preliminary core foundation Kundalini Laya Yoga. None of that has touched the Kundalini yet. Now we actually go into the center channel. This is the first Kundalini exercise. And these are the bandhas. So the first bandha is the mahabanda, the root. We've already learned that. You close the sphincter, the anus, and you're pulling up and in. The second bandha is called uddiyana, which means to lift up, and that's here in the right below the rib cage. That's usually done with the breath out. There's a whole uddiyana bandha just by itself, holding the breath out, moving all those things. And then jalandhara, which is the throat bandha. So it's the idea of it's a pump. You're pulling up the energy from the root, all that heat, then it moves up into the emotional level, into the locks in the bandha, and then you pull it up. It gets further, and then it goes up into the throat, and you close that lock, the energy goes up in the head. So that the energy doesn't go back down. We lose energy through what is called the 5 holes, the 5 senses. But the apana, the energy, you lose a lot through the openings of the pore, the anus. That's why they close the root lock and stuff. Ears, eyes, every time you're looking around and stuff, you're losing energy. So the idea is we're building this energy and you have to contain it. And now we're going to pull it up, that contained energy. This is coming up the center channel, so I want you to imagine you're in your sphere. Be aware of those 2 side channels on either side of the spine. And now you're coming into the center channel at the base of the spine. Take some deep breaths. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Hold the breath. Pull the sphincter. Pull it up as hard as you can, up into the diaphragm, and hold there. Really get this feeling like you're pulling the energy up the center of the spine, and then we'll stop right at the base, or right at the rib cage. And exhale. Inhale. Stay contained. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Big exhale. Hold all the breath out. Pull the stomach in right under the rib cage and pull those muscles up under the rib cage and start pulling the energy up from the rib cage up into the neck. Breath held out. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. You're still in your sphere. Exhale. Remember, this is all about containment. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Hold the breath. Pull the energy up from the ribs up into the neck. Slightly bend the neck so you're straight in the back of the neck. The chin is tucked in. And feel that energy come up through the base of the skull into the head. So the lock is created by keeping the chin down and keeping the back of the neck straight. Inhale more. Jalandhara means a net or a web. So this is where the energy explodes. They're talking about, it's the image of exploding into the nervous system. Inhale. Exhale. So mahabanda is the root. Uddiyana is pulling up further past the emotions. And then Jalandhara is it goes into this web. It turns into this web into the nervous system.
Take your tongue and touch the top of the palate also.
Yeah, we're going to do that next in the mahabanda is all of them together. So I just wanted to do the three so you see how they are. Take a breath. Okay, now this, and when you do the mahabanda, this is where you do the middle bandha in the belly with the breath held in. You don't usually do that. You usually do it with the breath held out. But the mahabanda, you can do it with the breath held in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale more. Pull the mahabanda up to the uddiyana, up into the ribs. Pull the energy up. Bring the chin down. Take the tongue. Push it up into the roof of the mouth and hold. Pull the energy all the way up in the head and push that energy with the tongue up into the roof. And exhale. Stay contained in your sphere. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Full breath. Inhale more. Again, pull the root lock up into the middle. Pull your stomach back. Tuck your chin in. Tongue pushes up into the roof of the mouth. Inhale more. Relax the shoulders. Stay contained in your sphere. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now it's very important when you exhale and when you release the bandhas, make sure you're taking care of that Uddiyana bandha. Make sure that you're feeling those muscles come down underneath the ribs and relax. It's very important because you can like hook them under there and pretty soon you'll start having problems in there. Always come back to that, release that. The others will release naturally. Okay, we'll keep going, stay in your sphere. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Pull the root lock. Come up into the middle bandha. Pull the stomach back. Drop the chin. Tongue touches the roof of the mouth and pushes up. Relax the shoulders. Inhale more. So it's like a straw. You just keep pulling it up the spine and you're pushing it all into the top of the head. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So it's a little tricky because you're creating tension. There's a lot of tension pulling these buns, but yet the rest of the body has to remain relaxed. So it takes a while to get that. You can feel that tension in the middle. Everything else relaxes. Shoulders drop. Stuff. Now we talked about oiling the brain. The way you do that, we'll go up through the top crown chakra, but first I want to show you the way they oil the brain is you pull those bonds, and then the opening of the third eye happens by disconnecting the eyes from the inner eye. You have two series of attentions. There's an inner attention and an outer attention, and we're trained to all our attention to flow out through our eyes. Wherever we're looking, your energy's going. So the way you begin to open the third eye is your eyes look down the tip of your nose, but you're imagining with your eyes closed, looking out normally through your eyes and all around you. So it's like feel the energy coming out and sensing around you up at this level, but your eyes are turned down. So that starts to disconnect, train you to like not use your attention just the way your eyes are pointing. And this will like to make the muscles kind of tense. And it could take a while to open up and relax those muscles. And then we use the sound, ong, and that starts to take that cerebrospinal fluid that we're moving it up the spine through the bandhas, and it starts to feed the brain. So I want you to take a breath. Exhale. Eyes are at the tip of the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Pull your root lock. Pull the energy up into the middle, into the belly. Pull it up into the neck. Close your chin down and make the sound Om. Coming out the third eye point. The energy is coming out your eyes, but your eyes are looking down at the tip of your nose. Okay, and release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold, pull the root lock, pull the energy up into the ribs, pull the muscles back, up into the neck, close the chin down, eyes are closed, looking down at the nose, and Om. Okay, so now you have the basics of oiling the brain. You can do it at home, build it up to like an hour. And you'll start to feel amazing circulation going on in the brain, renew all the cells in the brain. Last week we did the long Ekankar chant. So now with this understanding of the bandhas, we're going to do the same chant and use what you just learned to pull that energy up. So you can, remember we talked about the direction. Usually when we first did this, it was like coming up, you turn the eyes up and you go up to the roof of the skull. So but there's other positions. If you're feeling your life's a little too tight and you need new inspiration and new energy, go ahead and move your legs if you need to. You go up, your eyes turn up. If you want to ground, you feel your physical energy is not strong enough, you turn your eyes down and you project the energy down into the earth. And then if you want to do healing work, then it comes out horizontal in a sphere this way. So you can do any of those directions anytime. Like when we do this at home, we're doing it for 2 hours in the morning. 2.5 hours, 2 hours. During that amount of time, your body will tell you, okay, I need this, I need that. Your consciousness will say, I need to project my energy here and there. So it'll change back and forth. Sometimes you're going up to the top of your head and just blissing out. Sometimes you're going down, grounding, gathering energy. Sometimes you're going out and you're blessing your environment. And just let it flow. Your intuition will tell you when to do which. But remember those bandhas as you do this chant. Okay, inhale. Ik. Sat. City. Wow. That's too low for you, go an octave higher. Yeah. So you're keeping that bandha closed. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Sit. City. Wow. Hey, Guru. So now instead of using your tongue, you're using the ong and the om to like push the energy up in the head. Again. Ik. Sat
Sitting. Wow.
Inhale, hold, smile, slight smile, open the skull. Keep that energy moving up the spine and up over the top. It opens up like an umbrella over you. And exhale, come down to your backs. Okay, that's it. 2.5 hours for 42 days. And you master your Kundalini. And the last core basics is remembering corpse pose is a real pose. It's not just laying there. You have an inner imagery of the energy from going from the ground, moving up to the ceiling and lifting your body. Allow your whole body to become an eardrum, and here's where you let go and allow all the new information that needs to come to you. Let it come now. Any beings who want to contact you or your own inner voices, now is where you let it happen. Let the body fall back into the earth. Remember the pulse in the belly if it gets too crazy. The whole body is your eardrum. Begin to move your ankles and your wrist. Roll your ankles and your wrist. Rub your hands together, the bottom of your feet. Rock on your spine, forwards, backwards, and sideways. And then come sitting up in your sphere. Stay contained in your sphere. And we've moved all that old energy out. Now, it's very important that you have to choose. You have to create what energy you want to put back into your sphere. Who do you want to be when you walk out this room? How do you want the world to experience you? I want you to think about that. Feel that energy. You can use images or colors or whatever it is to invoke that kind of energy. Whatever it is you want to create and put back in your sphere. And then with our hollow arms, we're going to come up, the energy's through the arms, it's going to come out through the fingertips, and then you're going to sweep down the inside of the sphere, reprogramming your energy field with this new energy that you're now choosing to put into it. So hold that image, hold that feeling, hold those colors, whatever it is, who you want to be when you go back out into the world. And we'll use the sound sa as we sweep down. Hollow arms, inhale up. Touch the earth. Make sure that sphere closes underneath you. Again. Close the sphere under you. Touch the earth. Last time. Bring your hands together, center your chest in prayer pose. And then the last and most important part of this is, in order to keep the circuit moving, the energy coming into you, send it out now. I want you in your mind's eye to visualize someone, a friend, or someone who needs this energy, this balanced energy, this energy of I can, that there's all kinds of possibilities for any problems there are, or you can send it to some kind of situation into the world. And with these words, I want you to send that energy out to whoever this is, this target that you're going to. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you.
and the pure light within you. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way
Inhale. Hold this breath. Pull the locks. Seal off this body. Be inside this cave now. Energy sealed, focused upwards. This is the technology to change your life. These are the tools to create who you already are. A personality for the infinite within yourself. Exhale. Inhale. Hold this breath. Project it outwards and bless the entire world. Love the selflessness within the self itself. And exhale. The last time, inhale, please. Pull the locks, seal this body cave. Project into the future the sequence of events that can create this love and beauty in the generations to come. Exhale.